My name is Ethan, also known as Melon. A lot of my comrades call me Melon. Um, and I'm an artist. um, Artist, I think, is like the only like accurate label I can ever been able to give myself. Even like for every label or everywhere like there's like a label. I feel like that was like the only thing I can say. I'm an artist and a worker. And a worker.
What did you think when I first approached you to do this project?
I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna let him down. I just know I am. Only because, dude, it's just like when I feel like the older I've gotten, like the less time I've had to like truly like been able to work on something that like is meaningful, if that makes any sense. Like circumstances like line up where it's just like you don't have time. Like you don't have time to like do the things you love to do because you gotta survive. And like truthfully, like a lot of people don't have the privilege of like being able to survive and do something that sustains like their livelihood. You know, it's like a lot of people, like me and in this room, low key, are just like we get to like do art and survive at the same time. You know, but everyone's got a little side thing they gotta do, like work or something. So when you asked me, I was like, fuck. I just know I'm gonna be like, bro, I'm delay number one, or I'm gonna be like, dude, I'm sorry, I can't get it to you today. And it's already happened. It's happened a million times. Even today, getting over here. But I was also really hyped I think to challenge myself. I think it's something that this project and like this whole thing has like got me to do is like to do something and have there be a purpose beyond like myself. And I think I've had like an easier time like when someone else is like relying on you to make a piece or something, or like you know they want something that you've made. Like it's way more motivation than when I try to motivate myself. You know, I think that's usually the case. So I was hyped. I was like, man, I'm actually gonna get a piece out of this because he's gonna force me to do one. That's what I need. Sometimes you just need it. You need like the companionship or the camaraderie.
What was on your mind when you first saw the canvas and approached to making the piece?
I think when I approached this one, I was like, oh my god, paint. I don't work with paint too much. Although like I'm a firm believer like paint is like almost like the ultimate. I feel like I was really hyped to be able to like, you brought the paint too, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, dude. Like, brought me to paint? Chill. I mean, shit, all right, chill. That's cool. I think it's dope. I think I was a little intimidated and I was a little scared. Cause it's been a while since like I made like especially this big of a piece. It's like 18 by 24, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was a little terrified. I was like, but like I usually just like I just go into it. I feel like I was more excited to like hang out with you guys and be like, okay, we're out here just like chilling, talking and doing a thing. We just have me recorded. They just had me recording that day. You know what I mean? We all shoot the same shit every day, but recording was cool. So there's a little more intimidation from that. I think it's like, oh, there's a camera on me. A little more anxiety, a little more like nervousness. But no, it was cool. I think the small piece though, I was like, damn. I was like, what do I do? I was like, what do I do? For this one, I just went for it. I think sometimes when I start a piece off and just like go for it, it's like it's more me.
Yeah.
I feel like when I put more thought into it, it kind of like loses some of me, I think. But obviously, I don't know. I'm still learning and teaching myself that it's like supposed to evolve throughout. But oh yeah. Scared, intimidated, but hyped. Always. It's always just hyped to do like a piece. I think, especially if someone's asking me for it.
Yeah. What type of artist do you see yourself as?
I don't know. I don't know if I believe in types. Maybe like I don't know. I'm a believer of just like whatever it is, like it just is. I think that piece is just like happens to be like that moment. I feel like I guess if I were to like put like a type, I really don't know. It's hard. It's really hard. I wouldn't say like traditional. I wouldn't say a very like. I don't even know if I would say street either. If I even like can like hold that title either, because like as much as I appreciate street art and how much it has like impacted my style, like I'm not out here like on the street like making art, like taking a risk and like doing that kind of shit. Like I wish I was. I wish like I could. And like obviously like when it gets dark and like you're in the shadows, like that's different. But like homies who have like the ability to just like post up like somewhere like on a main street and like throw out a piece, like that's different. it's a different level. That's street art. I feel like that, you know, not to say like they own, like anyone should own any label or any like type, but like both, I think, I don't know. I'm just an artist. I feel like that's just it. You know, an art is art. It's just like human. I think it's just like human expression. Like it's just whatever type. I think I'm an Ethan type of artist or a Melon type of artist. You know what I mean? It's like I don't even know how to go about it. But, no, yeah. I'm really inspired by Basquiat. I think like I'm a sketchbook. I feel like I made a class. I taught a class recently. It was like abstract sketchbooking, and like there's just two words put together. You know what I mean? It wasn't like anything like, oh, I invented a new genre. It's like, no, it's just like what happened to be like the feeling or like the feeling of that moment, like what that piece. I don't know, but yeah, I guess abstract. If I'm gonna throw anything abstract or just like expressionism, you know, like whatever's happening in that moment.
Right. If you were to introduce anyone to your art, and I guess sell them your art, how would you approach them in selling your art and selling yourself as an artist too?
It's a good question. Because I feel like we're forced to like adapt to that kind of thing. We have to sell ourselves and shit. I totally. I don't know, dude. I'd probably tell someone like, this is just my shit. Like I shout on this shit. It's like my thing. It's like it is as human as it could be. It's like it's just like in that moment what I made. But I would tell people like, yeah, I feel like I strive to be like a street artist and someone who can like, I don't know, not even like help like decriminalize street art. First of all, I feel like that's just a call to it. Like maybe if like we can get people to appreciate it, and we've come a long way. Graffiti and like street art's come a long way, but like it had to like be put on by and like put into museums so like people who actually make their laws around here like they're now they can appreciate it and respect it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like once like. Forget my language, but once white people respect it, then it's okay. Then it's okay and it can be decriminalized. But I think like there's still a lot of work to do in that front because there's still a lot of people who don't really fuck with you being able to draw like wherever the hell you want. And I think it's kind of, I don't know, it's sad. But I would tell people like I'm just like if I was like introducing this piece, I'd be like, well, this piece is about me and my cat, honestly. But like my cat kind of represents like my homies. I feel like he's supposed to be like behind, and like I'm like in the front. And I feel like this stay away bit kind of came from just like, you know, like who are you? Like if I see somebody now, like I feel like I'm on edge now. I feel like there was a point where I'm just like, hey, who are you? Like come on over. No, it's like who the fuck are you? Like I don't know. I get kind of threatened sometimes. That's not always the bit. It's always that initial thing, that initial feeling of like who the fuck are you? And then it's like, oh hey, what's up? Like okay, cool. Sometimes, but I feel like. He embodies like my cat. I have a kitten. His name's Caesar. He embodies like my kitten, I think. And like he's like my son. So I feel like when it comes to that kind of stuff, like stay away. Like who are you approaching my kid? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I think we all have that like natural like protective instinct. You know exactly. And I feel that way about my friends sometimes too. You know, in some ways. Maybe I don't know that. That's what my piece is telling me. You know what I mean? That's what I get from it. But. I guess that's kind of how I would sell it. That little moment right there. How I would sell it is just like explaining like what it is to me, like how it speaks to me. You know, before I even knew what it was. But yeah, just a messenger. That's how I would sell myself. A messenger, whatever. I think that's kind of how I would.
When did you first call yourself an artist, and when did you decide to choose art as your career path?
Yeah, honestly, I remember maybe like. I don't know if as a child I decided like I'm an artist and I know exactly what that means. Like I did not decide that when I was like 2 or like not 2 in 2nd grade, like starting off like drawing comics for the first time and like actually having like a sequential like structured like habit or like you know kind of like piece or whatever you can call it. But maybe like 4th grade was when I started to realize like oh wow like there are some people who recognize me as an artist, like my teacher and like, you know, the homies, the 4th grade homies. Shout out Mountain View and Claremont. Nah, God damn it. But yeah, I feel like it's just like I think like I realized like maybe then that like there was something there. And I feel like honestly maybe it wasn't until like maybe like high school where I was like, yeah, I think I'm an artist. It's like when a lot of other people are kind of calling you an artist, I feel like that's when you kind of start internalizing it. And it's like, okay, like I guess, I don't know, because some people can decide your identity for you, unfortunately. Just like with them observing like your behaviors. maybe like when I was young, I had a concept, but I think in high school I was like, okay, like that's yeah. I mean, that's when I wanted to be an artist.
When you chose for yourself.
Maybe it's hard to say because sometimes I feel like, man, I decided like last week or like 3 weeks ago. But no, obviously not. I've been drawing and doing all this shit my whole life. But it's hard to really to know.
Yeah. Did you run into any obstacles when creating the pieces, both either physically or like a lot of things have come mentally?
Yeah, I think mentally for sure. Just like the concern with opening up. I think being vulnerable in front of people, almost new people. Like I'd met you and Samuel like maybe like 1 or 2 times before you guys came to my house. Like, and so it was like, oh, I'm about to like do a piece, like a meaningful piece right now, and like that's cool. Like I don't even think I've done that around like this fool over here, really. But it's I don't know. But like it's just like how do you? This is a big piece, like especially with paint. I feel like when like I go to paint, it's like the big piece. But I think the obstacle was just like, okay, I'm in front of new people. I'm like, being recorded, and all those other like unnatural kind of things that we like, not unnatural, but the things that take you out, the things that remind you you're going to be perceived, or that you are being perceived. And I think with the small one, it was just like finding an idea that like I wanted to jump on. Like I would have ideas, but I'm like, is that my idea? And like, I think also like what medium I want to use, like deciding like what I want to do. Like, so, other than that, I think it was like it wasn't too like much of an obstacle. Because I try to look at it like it's art. I'm not gonna just like I don't want to stress over it, but sometimes it gets that way. Yeah. And that's part of it too. It's like an obstacle, I think.
What do you want people to take from this exhibit and this project?
I want them to take like what I've taken is just like camaraderie and like friendship, and I think like the fact that you can like you find motivation to do things in other people. I think that's like the best thing. I think collaborating. I think like just like collaboration, like that is such a powerful tool. Like you got me freaking lit up right now, and you know what I mean. It's like crazy, bro. It's a crazy thing, and like the people who struggle, I think is like it's just like they need to be reminded that if you work with people and like help other people, like they'll push you, you'll push them, and like you'll make something. I feel like if they watch that, like they watch this, and like see an exhibit with all our dope stuff, like I feel like they're gonna be inspired, and I hope they take home some kind of message, and that it's always about a message. I worry about if people really take something like that. I hope they do every time, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I'm excited. I want to know what I'm gonna take from it. I'm gonna come and be like, I mean, of course, like even you will, like you're gonna be like if you're the curator, you'll also like find yourself evolving. Like, what am I taking from this? And like, I'm excited for everyone to kind of feel, get like see like it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, dude. I think it'll be dope. I think I hope people take away even just a nice little eye candy. Like that's cool too. That's cool too. I think.
You got any last words?
Not really. Not really. I think all I can say, I guess, is I hope one day I can do like this kind of shit like every day and like survive off of it and like help other people survive off of it. Just be able to eat, feed myself through art somehow. I don't know, in more ways than one, something like that. But it's not the world we live in, really. We'll see, though. We'll see. Nah, that's it.